The discussion of the IIM one-year MBA programs in India cannot be complete without discussing the admissions process for each of these. And as unique as the programs, their eligibility and the nature of the schools are, the admissions process for each of these programs is also very unique. So if we let's start from the IIM Ahmedabad one-year MBA program, that is the PGPX. The application is taken up in 3 rounds every year, usually 3 rounds every year. And when you apply, you have to submit an application form with either your GMAT or your GRE scores. After your application is shortlisted, is when you need to submit the essays. So there is no submission of essays at the initial stage of the IIM Ahmedabad PGPX program. Once you have been shortlisted, after that you will have to submit around 3 or 4 essays within a time frame of 4 to 5 days and a one-page resume, following which you would receive an appointment for the interview. And the interview process at IMA PGPX comprises the extempore as well as the personal interaction with the faculty. So this is the complete, step-by-step process you have to follow to apply to the one-year MBA program at IIM Ahmedabad, that is the PGPX program. So the next in discussion is the IIM Bangalore ePGP program. This again is a very unique process. So the application is taken up in 3 rounds of application every year. You have to submit along with the online form, you have to submit either your GMAT or GRE scores. There is an SOP that needs to be submitted. 2 letters of recommendation also need to go online along with your application form. And once the shortlisting for this application is communicated to you, is when you would be required to, present yourself for an interview. So usually you will get around 10 to 14 days between the time of getting the shortlist to getting, presenting yourself for the interview. Again, post-COVID, the interviews have been happening offline as well as online. So depending on the slot, this time period could also vary. So instead of 10, 14, it could be 21 days as well, depending on the city that you are in. And the interview process at IIM Bangalore ePGP is very unique. So there is a written VAT test that you need to submit prior to going in for the interview. This will be an online submission where you will get around 30 minutes to write on a topic and submit then and there. Following this, you will also get the interview schedule, which will be a personal interaction. The panel could be the faculty or the alumni or a combination of both. The third school that we will discuss is the IIM Calcutta one-year MBA program, which is the MBAX program. The application for IIM Calcutta MBAX program also takes place in 3 rounds every year, more or less. And for applying to the IIM Calcutta MBAX program, you need to submit the application form with the GMAT score. Remember, IIM Calcutta only takes the GMAT score, and you need to submit an essay or an SOP, and 2 letters of recommendation are required to be submitted with the IIM Calcutta MBX form. Going back to our discussion about the IIM Ahmedabad PGPX, there is no recommendation letter in the IIM Ahmedabad PGPX application form till date. You need to submit references, but there are no reference letters. So for the IIM Calcutta MBX program, once your application along with the LORs and GMAT score and SOP submission is shortlisted, that is when you will be called in for an interview. Currently, there is no written or extempore VAT process in the IIM Calcutta MBAX program. Coming to the IIM Lucknow IPMX program, so this is the one-year MBA which is offered by IIM Lucknow. This is offered at the Noida campus, and there are 2 rounds of application for this. You need to submit an application form with your GMAT or GRE scores. Along with that, you need to submit 4 or 5 essay questions. The number of essay questions varies depending on whether you are a re-applicant or not, or whether you want to fill in the optional essay. And then there are 2 letters of recommendation that also go along with your the main application form. And once the form is shortlisted and you are communicated about that, there is a written VAT process as well as an interview process. The personal interview is usually conducted by the faculty, and this is what the process for the IIM Lucknow IPMX program comprises. Coming to the process for IIM Kozhikode PGPBL program. When you are applying to this program, remember that there are three rounds of application. The application for the IIM Kozhikode PGPBL program actually starts quite early ahead of the cycle than the rest of the schools. So this will usually start, the window will open in May, while for the others it might, the process, the first deadline might be sometime in August. And so there are three rounds of application. You need to submit application form with essays, two LORs, your CAT, GMAT or GRE score. Now, once this application form is shortlisted, after that you need to submit a personal statement, and you will also be required to submit an MBA resume. So you'll be required to submit your resume in a written essay format. Following which, the third step over here is the interview. So the third step would be the panel interview, which is usually conducted by the panel of the faculty. The next school that we will discuss for the one-year MBA programs offered by the IIMs is the IIM Indore EPGP program. It has one round of application till date, and you need to submit an application form with essays. There are two letters of recommendations, and along with your GMAT score. The GRE or other scores are not accepted to this for admission to this program. And followed a shortlisting information from the school, you will have to present yourself for the interview. The next program that we will discuss for the admissions process is the IIM Udaipur, the Global Supply Chain Management Program and the Digital Enterprise Management Program. There are 5 rounds of application for this. There is no written essay submission. You need to submit an application form along with a video essay. And the test scores which are acceptable are the GMAT, the GRE, or the CAT. So that also needs to go along with your application form. So once this application form along with your test scores and the video essay is shortlisted, that is when you need to present yourself for the interview for the IIM Udaipur, GSCM, or the DEM one-year MBA programs. The last school that we will discuss today is the IIM Shillong admissions process for the one-year MBA. So there are 2 rounds of application for the IIM Shillong one-year MBA in India, and you need to submit the application. There are no essays to be submitted. You need to submit the detailed information about your work experience and your other activities that you are involved in, along with your GMAT or your CAT score. Following this shortlist, you will have to present yourself for a written VAT test as well as a GD or a personal interview. So this is what the IIM Shillong one-year MBA admissions process comprises. So, going through all of these processes, we can see that each of these has a unique way of looking at your application. They are all looking at your work experience very closely and a personal interaction, which is diverse in terms of, the school and how the school perceives. And in terms of the application requirements, we have outlined each of the specific requirements of the IIM one-year MBA in India programs for the different IIMs offered by the different IIMs in India.